go here. All right. So this is in the new Outlook. I'm not sure if you're using still the old Outlook or the new Outlook. New Outlook is the only way that you are able to use Copilot within Outlook. Old Outlook does not support Copilot at this time, at least. And all I did was I started a new email draft. Copilot for um, Outlook is very similar to Copilot for Word, for example. So we have the Copilot button up here. And we have two options this time. We have draft with Copilot and coaching by Copilot. So I'm going to start out with draft for Copilot. And by default, it's going to put what you already have in the email in the draft. But let's say at NetGame, we're going to have a function, write an email about a group event we're having at Collins Bowling on, say, April 14th at 3 p.m. Um, all expenses are paid for and family members are welcome. This is a team building event for everyone. And let's give it some tone indicators as well. Tone should be friendly, and the who, what, when, and where should be prefixed by an appropriate emoji. I don't know. Right. Then we can click on this bottom down here button down here for generation um, options. Sorry, I forgot the word for options for a second there. We can say what kind of tone it should be. So rather than saying it in the prompt, you could just say, hey, it's casual, hey, it's formal, or you could make it a poem. And then you can actually say what the length of that message should be. So I'm going to say it should be a medium length message, and we're going to say generate. And this is going to be true for all uses of Copilot, no matter what app you're using it in. The more information you give in the prompt, the better the output is going to be. The more original content that you can feed it, the less potential there is of it giving incorrect information, ultimately. So, pretty quickly, it's created a draft here. Hello, team. I hope you're all doing well and enjoying your work. I have some exciting news to share with you. We are having a group event next week, and here are the details. So, just like I asked it to, it's giving the who, what, when, and where with emojis as a prefix, and it's saying what the event is for, all the expenses are paid for, and just bring your enthusiasm and your bowling skills. Cheers, Noah. If we want to keep that, all we have to do is say keep it. If we want to regenerate it, say we're not kind of happy with the exact way that it worded this, we could say regenerate, or we could give it something in particular to change. So we could say, for example, the address is 129 Main Street, downtown. And it's going to regenerate that draft, and it might even word it differently, but now it's going to take what I gave it and input it into that output now. So we'll wait just a second. And it did not update the address. But that's the thing. Copilot, again, large language model. Sometimes you're going to have to feed it words in a specific way to get it to do what you want. And so it's going to require that you be maybe a little bit creative with your prompt, or maybe you just have to go in here and edit yourself. And like I said earlier, AI, it's a great tool, but it's not always perfect. And so you might have to make sure, you might have to go through and edit just little parts of it to make it correct or to make it sound human. Um, I hope you're all doing well and enjoying your work. At least me, that doesn't sound like me. So I might go in there and I might reword it just a little bit. But the great part is that Copilot has formatted an email for us. It's given the key points, and now we don't have to do that ourselves. I'm going to stop sharing my screen again to share another function of Copilot. Let me pull up an email from Ashley here. And this is actually just an email about the Copilot webinar that we're having today.
Yeah, one thing I was going to say while Noah is pulling that up is you have to keep in mind on the Copilot product in any generative AI is that the results that it's going to give out still need to be vetted and ran through a human being. And so we talk a little bit about this being an efficiency play and a kind of an executive assistant that you can start working into your day-to-day workflows, but it's never going to fully replace a person. And there will be errors and there will be occasional formatting idiosyncrasies. And so it is important, like Noah mentioned, to have eyes on it and to do the manual review and edits yourself.
Mhm. So last thing that I want to show real quick is any incoming emails that you get, Copilot has the ability to summarize those emails just at the click of a button. So I'm just going to hit this button that says summarize this email, and Outlook, Copilot for Outlook is actually going to give who is doing what, the event details with it says, hey, she gave a registration link and a registration list. And then if say it's a chain email, there's multiple replies, it will actually summarize those replies to that email as well. So let's say you happen to get into an email chain once there's already 30 replies. Well, you could read every single reply to that email chain, or you could just have Copilot help summarize it so that you could get into the action a little bit faster, quicker. Time goes by so fast, everybody.